Hello guys, and welcome to Photo Nerds. My name is Adam Furtado, and today I'm going to revolutionize the way that you edit photographs, because the techniques that I'm going to show you today are this one particular technique is something that I do in editing just about every single picture in my portfolio, or pretty much any picture for that matter. And so today I want to show it to you because the idea of using Photoshop is we want to give ourselves a lot of options, and more than that, we want to give ourselves a ton of control. And this tip that I'm going to show you is going to do that today. And so we're going to jump into Photoshop and show you how I use smart objects to get exactly the control that I'm looking for. So let's get started. So here we are inside of Photoshop. I've already taken the liberty of opening up an image inside of Photoshop, and here I'm only dealing with my background layer. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that layer by hitting Command J, and here's the reason why I like to use smart objects. So whenever I have the opportunity to use Adobe Camera Raw, I always use Adobe Camera Raw because it's non-destructive and it's pretty easy to use. So in this case, I want to open up Adobe Camera Raw. So I'm going to go to Filter and open up the Raw dialog box, and I'm going to make a change. Now, as I make this change, I'm simply just working with one particular layer. I haven't done anything special yet. I'm going to take my highlights and just drag them all the way down to a negative 100%. That way you can just see what I'm doing, and you won't have to remember this number. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to make that change. Now, what happens if I change my mind about negative 100% and I want to go back to Camera Raw and fix the edit that I just made? Well, if I go back to Filter and go into Camera Raw again, you'll notice that my highlights says that I'm back at 0. It's not that the change didn't take effect, because it did. It's that the change took effect and the change wasn't saved inside of Camera Raw. So that's not what I want. That's not going to give me the flexibility that I'm looking for. So I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to delete that layer. I'm going to duplicate the layer again as to start all over. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click inside of my duplicated layer, just anywhere in the blue, and I'm going to convert to a smart object. Now, the minute I convert it to a smart object, I've opened up the door to a ton of possibilities. Let me give you an example of what I mean. So if I go back to Filter, back to Camera Raw Filter, and I make that same adjustment that I made before using the highlight slider and taking it down to a negative 100% and clicking OK, it's going to make that change. But this time you can see that inside of my layers panel, it actually says that a smart filter has been applied. And then it proceeds to tell me what smart filter was applied. In this case, the Camera Raw filter. So if I were to double click on the words Camera Raw filter, the Camera Raw dialog box will open back up, and as you can see, my negative 100% on the highlights is here waiting for me. So I could change my mind and maybe move my highlight slider up to 50% and hit OK. So Camera Raw is great. Using it with smart objects is even better, because this is going to give me all the flexibility that I'm looking for. In the next video, I'm going to take this same concept to another level and show you how I can use this with multiple adjustments so that I can get exactly what I'm looking for with the same control that I've shown you here today.